welcome to Time with Natalie. I'm here with the gorgeous Dr. Susanne Bennett. Hey, how are you?
Thanks for having me here.
No problem. Thank you for coming. Now, for those that don't know who you are and what you do, can you just share a little bit about what you do?
My name is Dr. Susanne Bennett. I have a practice in Santa Monica, California. It's all holistic integrative medicine, but particularly in the expertise in allergies, digestive issues, clinical nutrition, anti-aging and lifestyle medicine. And I've been practiced for 26 years.
So why did you decide to become an expert in allergies?
That wasn't my choice.
Okay.
Back in 1994, when my son was born, I was a sports medicine specialist. And in the beginning of his life, he was beautiful, everything was great. And then about 3 months into his life, he started getting allergies galore. Runny nose, itchy eyes, a lot of congestion, a lot of coughing, respiratory issues, skin issues, hives, rashes everywhere. And because, being a doctor, I didn't know much about allergies. I was a sports doctor. I started learning more about it, trying to figure out how can I help my son. And once I started figuring this out, I realized there's so much more than what the doctors wanted to do. The doctors all wanted to give me good creams to put on his rash, giving them a nebulizer and the pills to help him with his lungs and everything. But those were all after the fact. After he's been having these experiences, do I have to clean it up? But what I want to do is I want prevention. I want to prevent this from happening. And so I started studying postgraduate work in allergies and figuring out, okay, there's so much more than what I'm getting from the medical doctors. And it all had to do with lifestyle changes, about what we were eating, about the environment, what's going on in your bedroom, in your bathroom, even in your car.
Really?
Things that are going on, the chemicals and the toxins and what you're exposed to. So what I found out that our water that we're drinking, it can be contaminated and can trigger allergies. And the air that we're breathing, everything about your environment is really key to getting rid of allergies, and you can do that. And what I ended up doing is I combined everything that I learned, and within 3.5 years after Cody started getting really allergic, he was completely 100% free of allergies, including his anaphylactic reactions, which were the case where you have to carry a special medical injection. So you use it if you're in a real bad extreme emergency case to save your child's life. So even with his anaphylactic reactions, they all subsided. And I ended up writing a book because of my experiences. And I wanted to help more people out there knowing that there's so much you can do besides going to the doctors and using prescriptions. There's so much you can do that you can create within your own home, your own office, and for your children.
Okay, so let's touch on that. Yeah, I was just about to say, what's the name of the book? And share with us a little bit of some of the things that you can do.
The book is called The 7-Day Allergy Makeover. 7-day because I truly believe there's 7 areas of your lifestyle that you can implement right now so that you can start to feel better. The first one is nutrition. Got to change your nutrients, change what you're eating, and I have all sorts of great food lists in the book that you can get. And then number 2 is your actual the water that we're drinking, because the water is very, very, at least in America, they consider it clean, but they clean it with chlorine, chloramines. They put fluoride in it. There's a lot of residual pesticides and chemicals, so it's really not clean for my body or my family's body. So cleaning up the water is really important. Your air, what you breathe in, what we get in our car even, There's this little button in the car that lets you recirculate the air inside the car so the fresh air doesn't get into the car, while you're sitting at a stoplight. And you're from London. I mean, I know about the smog and
it's not good.
It's not good.
No.
And so you want to make sure that you push that little button so that you don't breathe in all these toxic air from the outside. And these are things that I put in the book. Every detail, action packed. Number 4 is about your kitchen. There are a lot of things that can be dirty in the kitchen. Number 5 is about your living environment. 6 is about your body hygiene, how you take care of your body has an effect on allergies. And then number 7 is stress. The more stress you have, the more allergy you have. See an allergic person, they're not calm people.
Really?
Allergy people are all very overwhelmed, stressed, and that you've got to deal with the stress so we can calm your energy, calm your nervous system down, and it's all related to how you react.
Yeah, that's quite interesting because I would never have thought that, because for somebody who, I've had problems with stress before, and I would never have kind of correlated allergies and stress together. So that is really interesting.
Absolutely. And there's many different reasons why that occurs. One is that when you're under stress, your adrenals are affected, your adrenal glands, and these are special glands that help you with energy, dealing with stress. And when you're overly stressed, there's a hormone that you need to reduce inflammation, when you're having an allergic reaction or itching, called cortisol. And when you're overly stressed, that cortisol level is not at the right level, and you end up not being able to quench that fire in your body. So that's how important stress is, that you've got to relieve stress. Stress is that one thing that affects everyone. Yeah. Everyone, in every disease. Every disease is related in some way to stress.
Yeah. That's, again, as I said, as somebody who suffered with it myself before, I think when I look at some of the other symptoms that I've had, I know that it's connected to the fact that the body's been stressed.
The thing about symptoms, like allergies, when I say that, you think, oh, itchy eyes, runny nose, hay fever, but that's not true. You can have a headache, and that can be an allergic response to chemicals that you're breathing in. You can have insomnia because you've eaten a food that's an excitotoxin. For instance, dairy. Dairy, a lot of people eat dairy, right? Yeah. And in dairy, there's a chemical called casein, and it's an excitotoxin, neurotoxin for the brain. So when you have let's say an ice cream, dessert, like a lot of people love, but then you can't go to sleep, and it could even cause anxiety because it's an excitotoxin. So there are these hidden allergy symptoms that you can display, and you're thinking, well, it's not an allergy. Let me just take that headache pill, get rid of it. Yeah. But the truth of the matter is, if you change what you eat, change your environment, and be really aware of what you're doing to your body, you will be able to get rid of those allergies. And that's exactly what I talk about in the book, 7-Day Allergy Makeover. Okay, because when we talk about changing what we eat, people start freaking out because they're like, oh my gosh, I can't have this, I can't have that. Now, I've eaten with you plenty of times and know how healthy you eat. It's quite amazing. Well, but there's simple ways that you can change your diet, isn't there? I always talk about alternatives. So if we take this out, what do we put back in? If you take out the dairy, there's a lot of alternatives now. You can have hemp milk, rice milk, soy milk, coconut milk. I mean, there's, all these different types of, and there's cheese even, and ice cream. I mean, there's alternatives. So I always say, let's replace it with this and instead of that. Another food that we always talk about is gluten, and gluten can be very inflammatory to the gut and cause allergic reactions that way. And you can be allergic to gluten too, or gluten intolerance, where your body just does not have the enzyme to digest it. If you weren't born with the enzyme, then what ends up happening is that food gets basically digested, not digested, but it goes deeper into the gut and starts wreaking havoc there. And then the bugs there will start eating it up, loving it, of course causing gas, bloating, inflammation. I mean, who wants that, right? So, I smile because we had this conversation before, didn't we? Because that's one of my issues, and so she was telling me, all about it, and it is quite incredible, really, when you think about it. Yeah. There's a lot that you can look at. In my book, on the back, there's actually a list of many, many foods to eat which ones not to eat. And if you follow that, your waistline will starts to cinch up because the bloating will be less. You have less gas, less reflux. I mean, people think reflux is just acid, right? But that's an allergy to food that you're eating that's creating the acidity. So there's a lot of reasons, all these symptoms that you go to the drugstore to get headache pills, gas pills, acid pills, sleeping pills, energy pills. Every one of those, those symptoms that you go to the drugstore to get so that you can reverse it or get rid of it. If you address your allergy, foods, environment, in what you're putting on your body even, they will all help you and subside. You will start to see every single day, week by week, things are going to change and energy is going to soar. We all want energy. Yeah. Number one symptom of an allergy is actually fatigue. Really? You're tired. After you eat lunch, you always want to take a nap. That's an allergy symptom.
Wow, this is powerful stuff.
Yes.
Make sure you buy the book.
Thank you. Absolutely.
But it's been fantastic having you on the show today. And
thank you.
Where can
so
people
much,
get
Natalie.
more information about what you do?
Dr.
Because you have the podcast, you have the radio show, and everything else
Oh,
going on.
yes.
So share the website with everybody.
You. DrSusanne.com. That's Dr. Susanne, DrSusanne.com. There I have plenty of information. You can in fact get the Gut Restore food checklist there, same checklist as in the book. I have a lot of podcasts. I have my own radio show on Radio MD and iHeartRadio, and that's a weekly show that you can listen to live, or you can download the audios. I have videos on Dr. Susanne TV. I mean, there's just so much information. And then all my weekly articles that I write for health and wellness.
And there is nothing that this lady doesn't know about health, so make sure you check out her website and all the information on there. Thank you so much for joining me today. You're welcome. Thank you.